All right, welcome folks. Welcome folks, the stream is live and the game is underway. Here you are. Here you are with your first glance at a competitive match in the modded MPT that I'm trying to use for my next tournament. Let's hope everything will go without bugs or problems and we can enjoy a great game of MPT Plus. Two new civs in this one that viewers who are new to this, who haven't seen my mod before, might be surprised by. But nonetheless, this should be pretty easy to follow along since it's just, yeah, it's actually just MPT. But three new civs are available, two of which have been picked here. Oops. Looks like I'm sure, I'll just tag whatever. So I'm not taking philosophy. That's yeah, good to know. All right. Focusing on the game though, I've never cast such a high elo lobby, I don't think. We have Archreaver, Suede, Ironclad, and Obi here, all top 10 active MPT players. Top 12, I think, is Archreaver, but there's some inactive guys ahead of him, so make of that what you will. No matter what, this is a very competitive lobby. You will see about that though. I'm sure that this is gonna be great fun to all of you. And maybe let's talk very briefly about the two new civs in this one. We have the Vikings and the Japanese that you aren't typically familiar with from MPT. I'll get my video ready, so whenever somebody comes into chat who doesn't know any of the new civs yet, I can show them that video. But for now, it should suffice to say that the Vikings have access to a swordsman which can attack people from boats, and they also get cheaper boats. And the Japanese get 2 move workers and a unique unit that is a 2 attack, 1 defense, 1 movement point, which is unlocked at warrior code and can enslave workers just like the Mayan javelin thrower. That should give you guys a gist of what's going on there. Of course, another interesting perk of the Japanese is that they start with the wheel, so they can track the horses from the beginning of the game, which is particularly interesting, excuse me, when you pick a civ that likes to go for horseman upgrades. Maybe not necessarily the case with the Incans right here, but in bigger team compositions that could surely make a difference and be quite interesting. Now, luckily, my spies succeeded on all these 3 players, so we can keep tabs on what they're doing, what kind of units they're making early here. And we have Suede already with the Chasky scout out. Might be looking to get some early harassment done there over on Obi, which of course he hasn't spotted yet, the Mayan capital. He can take a pretty accurate guess though, I would assume. All these guys have their settlers fortified, yup. Suede isn't quite happy with the Japan pick, it seems, so he might have rather seen Archreaver on something else. I'm personally very happy with it though, simply for the fact that it's a new civ and I want to see how they perform here. We have Suede's Chasky slowly getting close towards the Mayans over there. Next turn he could double move onto Obi's capital. We'll see how the German guy deals with that. Ironclad in the north, meanwhile, seems rather safe still. He picked that hut up without getting barbs, so I assume he got either maps, gold, or attack. Hasn't announced anything in chat yet in terms of tech, so I assume it's probably just gold, which he's gonna be quite happy with. We'll be moving another warrior out here. That's gonna be quite interesting. And oh no, there we go. Ironclad actually popping the wheel is quite fortunate. That's a tech that you're very glad to have early on. And there goes Suede in with the double move onto Chichen Itza. Obi feels comfortable enough to move out and might lose his road for it. We'll see how that goes. Ironclad, same thing up in the north though. Looks like somebody popped barbs on him, and that might not turn out too well for him. Let's see if he uses a rally point to avert disaster here. You definitely don't want to see this. Oh god, that's quite troublesome there for the Vikings. Losing a worker early would be completely devastating. Looks like he actually cancels the worker move. Alright, so he averts the worst possible outcome, but it's still not great, of course. Gets to hold onto his worker. Suede trying for Obi's worker, but lol. That was some incredible ankle breaking here. Look at this. Got outplayed, for fuck's sake. Obi with the quick fingers here moves the worker out of harm's way. And Suede getting greedy there. He gets the war declaration out, but maybe should have just taken the free pillage. Looks like he's getting a warrior done next turn, and Chichen Itza is gonna reinforce with the one he recalled from that hill over there. So he's probably gonna be fine. HardradaMPT lamenting the fact that Suede missed out on some freebies there, and Ironclad also has recovered. So everybody having some troubles here early, with some things going and not ideal for them. And interesting, that's actually a spearman here for Obi. He goes for the roll on the Chasky here. Goes with the spearman as well. Wow, that could have been disastrous had he lost that combat. I wouldn't have gone for, taken that roll. But well, Suede was forced into a GA, as we can see here, and Obi trades one warrior for the Chasky Scout. So a positive trade in terms of shields if you disregard the fact that the worker was lost there. So that's of course the huge part. Oh no, never mind. Looks like he got his worker back into Chichen Itza. So no, then he's fine. He's fine with that trade. He lost a little bit of speed on that worker move, but same thing for Ironclad up north. So I think they'll be okay-ish with that. Ironclad down to size 1. Is he going for... Yeah, he's going for the incredibly fast second city here. I consider that rather greedy, but looks like he can afford it since nobody's really on him yet. And meanwhile, on the other side, we can see the Japanese with the first samurai. That's a very easy way into a golden age. And yeah, very, very easy way into golden age. And also, of course, just a strong offensive unit that can enslave workers. I'm just saying that again. So if there's barbs nearby, or if Ironclad gets any warriors in harm's way, HardradaMPT can profit from that mightily. There we go, expecting Ironclad City to drop any second here. There we go, Bergen, unfortunately not coastal, but nonetheless, what is he doing? Is he just offering a free worker there? I guess he's baiting, but still. That's balls of steel there on Ironclad. We'll see if HardradaMPT takes the bait or not. He wakes up the warrior, reinforces a worker, lol. That's quite the funny side here. And interestingly, moves forward. This is pretty much a free golden age for HardradaMPT if he wants it. He's pretty likely to win that combat. He's got 2 attack, and he's got the veteran unit as well. So I would expect him to take that if he can. He about to lose his worker is what you said. Well, apparently he didn't, but also avoids giving the golden age over to HardradaMPT, and the Japanese also with their second city now. Looking to get a coastal out, which I always appreciate. Obi a little bit of a slow start here after what happened to him initially. He knows Suede is in GA, and everybody with their second cities out now except for him. That's not what you typically like to see playing as Mayans here. This is great land as well, so every city you plant here is going to be pretty good since there's so many bonus grasslands. That's not always the case on my maps. But we'll see. There we go. Warrior, samurai moving forward. HardradaMPT hunting for some worker and slaves, I guess. Some peasants he's trying to pick up, maybe. Arch can double the road. I 100% agree with you that Ironclad's playing on a nice edge here, but HardraDMPT seems a little bit overly respectful here, I would say. Obi now also with the settle out. He's only one turn behind Archreaver on that second city, I assume. So again, he's rather happy with how that situation played out. Could have been much worse there against Suede. It's still not ideal though. Can't say that. And in that agricultural matchup down south, Incans with the typical early priority. Pretty early Golden Age. I think that's a little too early for his liking, but there goes Archreaver with his Samurai. Also now moves in with the Warrior teams. No, wow, he tried for the Worker end of turn. That was ballsy. Decent roll to take there, but doesn't pay off here, doesn't go his way. Suede really not getting good RNG, it seems. Yeah, look at him. He's having trouble at home against the Mayan elite warrior there. Obi giving him a hard time, and the momentum in the south is completely changed as Suede's in a rather early GA that he probably isn't the biggest fan of, although all these BGs make the GA extremely lucrative. But whatever. Look at this guy. This elite warrior could give him immense trouble if he gets another unlucky roll or two. There we go. Archer ready now for Suede. He's got to get better defenses. And look at this. The classic empty cap as Ironclad defends this worker very nicely. He even kills the opposing samurai. That was a great roll for him. Wow. Bad RNG for the Western team here. And look at this nice barbecue that's being had in Mayan land. The classic empty capital size 3. We've all been there, and it's getting pretty late for Obi here after we negotiated 30 minutes for which picks went through and which players got to play. Whatever. I'd say 2 Kuras. I keep wanting to respond in text because I'm used to the delay from tournaments. But no, I think usually 2 Kuras is what you want if you really want to defend. Right? Look at this. You need 2 Kuras to scout this. Unless you put a Kura all the way out here. Yeah, I guess then you can deal with 1. But typically 2 might just be better. Because if you only have 1 and it gets killed, how are you gonna see where they move, and how are you gonna catch their galley off out on the way, right? That's what I'm thinking. So ideally you want one or 2 Kuras. You could also do just 1 galley and maybe place a sentry unit on one of these volcanoes. Nobody has done that yet in tournaments, but yeah, not sure that's also effective. Anyways. I agree with you that boating plays would get more realistic with more boating ways. We'll see how the next couple of maps, or those couple of maps that I have prepared, how they stack up there. In general, I would say you have 2 angles to boat from here, so this is pretty decent. And you got to remember, you can also boat along the coast if you control the vision. So I wouldn't say that boating is all that impossible here. And typically, boating is not the most prominent play in MPT either, right? So I feel like I got a pretty good approximation of MPT boating in this one, but I'm glad to change it if people feel like boating should be more common. I'm of course happily changing that because I'm the last guy that's gonna complain about boating. That's for sure. Mayan's got an elite from Zambias. Yep, if you're gonna micro and calculate every minute shield, food, and commerce that you get in the cities, then I assume the opponent getting an early elite like that might screw with you quite a lot. Tough for even an archer to clear out, right? He's sitting on a hilltop. So that's why Suede's been vehemently requesting mathematics from Archie, who's apparently in charge of attacking that. Ironclad's very happy having reclaimed that iron, and he's in a safe spot as well. No sentries in the center of the map, but that's not too important for now. Interestingly, no peasants yet for the Japanese. We have nothing pretty much there for him, since he's lost a lot of units there on the offensive. Archreaver lacking a little bit behind here, I would say. And Ironclad, well, he's gone for a greedy early second city and now reclaimed his iron, so he's in great shape, I would argue. There goes Obi. Interestingly, not placing that spearman on the iron, feeling like he can defend it just fine the way it is. Rather threatening Suede cities up north, which I'm a big fan of. I'm not sure why he's using a spearman for that, but maybe didn't want to just have it sit at home. And Suede gets another chassis through. Looks like... Is he actually trading that? Wow, that's super aggressive from Suede. There's no chance that was a good play, right? He's... Wow, if he loses that combat, he's in a super tough spot. So I'm extremely surprised he went for those. I think he might have used two archers, or he might have lost two archers on that. Although I didn't pay all that much attention. And Obi goes in for the potential killing blow here. Suede reinforcing with a lot of units. I think he should be good here, and he crucially gets the kill on the elite Mayan warrior. I don't think that was the best play by Obi. It was a decent role to take if you really think you can win that. But Suede reinforced quickly. He got the archer out of Cusco with the rally point, I'm pretty sure, and therefore with the GA had enough production to live that. Yeah, if he had lost that combat against the spearman, then I would have worried. But as things stood, I didn't think Obi had what was necessary there, and that was a big greed play by him. He's now given Inca all his land back, and he's relieved him of all the pressure that he had. This is a great spot now for Sway to build out of. Of course, he would have preferred not to get hampered in growth early like that, but I mean, what can you do, right? He's making the best of the situation. Now I assume maybe another city here could be great if he wants to make a play for that iron sometime. This would also be a decent city though, so he's just overall in a really nice spot right now. Of course, I still believe that Obi is in a nicer situation here. He's got the third city out already, although Swade has, of course, huge population still left. But still, I think Obi got the little bit of the upper hand here in the early game. It's nothing to scoff at though for Swade, who's still agricultural, still Incans, and I believe he might pump out 2 new cities and then go into heavy production. That's at least what I might be doing in his situation. You're right. Maybe that would be cool. Just spamming a bunch of volcanic islands in the ocean. That maybe that's a decent idea. I'm not sure. I can also yeah, I can also check with players how they feel about that. I don't like that from Ironclad. Come on, you're Scandinavia. You're not gonna plant on the iron, are you? Why not plant this? This is such a nice city. Look at this. You get the coastal as well, which is pretty big if you're Vikings, I feel like. And you can just hook the iron with the road. It doesn't take that long, does it? It's 6 turns, right, with a worker. So now I don't like the plant on the hill. I'd much rather plant this one. I don't think the defense bonus is required necessarily. He did a good job of getting that warrior onto arch, so he sees how that guy's land is looking, how aggressively he's planting, what he might be going for, which res he's hooking. Ironclad's gonna be very happy with the intel he gets there. And there we go, 2 settlers out of Swade. As I said, he's actually going for this plant up here, which might be even better than what I suggested because it's still on freshwater up here. Gonna be a decent plant to have. As a couple of barbs spawn, maybe another chance for the Japanese to enslave some fast workers. And the Mayans as well. People are really obsessed with planting on iron here. That is, if you're an advanced player and you know what you're doing, that's not a bad idea, but look at this. Some of these might be difficult to defend. This one down here for Obi, much more so than the northern one for Ironclad, which is a safe city, but I think it's a little bit overly safe, to be frank. Archreaver's been saving apparently, and he's gonna look to try and clear out Ironclad here. Is he gonna get an enslavement here? I would love to see it. Wow, he loses that roll. That's terrible. At least he gets that one. Doesn't get the peasant enslave. Sad. He gets the GA of it though, so that's the big part that I missed out on, of course. Samurai GA taken by the Japanese. Doesn't get the enslave, but also eliminates Ironclad's vision from his land. That's a lot of archers that Swade made in these last couple of turns. after semi almost dying against Obi. But look at what I've spotted up north. That's two of the most beautiful men I've seen all day. 4 of them apparently assembled by Ironclad. That's a bigger upgrade than I would have anticipated. He must have gotten a lot of... Wow, that's 120 gold pretty early on, as I think. And Suede's now taking the priority down south. It's gonna be difficult for Obi to really defend that. Look at this, even the chariot out for Suede now. This is tough to deal with early on as the Mayans, since they don't have an archer. Now, if you just build warriors, right, you can pretty reliably clear out a 6 archer stack like this one with 10 warriors. And you're still trading positively in terms of gold. So it's not like you're just gonna die to enemy archer stacks, but you gotta prepare in order to get that. Why is Suede not doing hard speed riding though? Doesn't he have a lot of cities and great commerce since everything's on river? I wonder why he's not doing that. Oh, no, never mind. He's on riding. Fair enough. So he's already attacking. Alright, we'll see what Suede's strategy is going to be. He's going to try and keep the Mayans down with these archers and then get a couple of horsemen to finish the job, apparently. This is a very greedy plan from Obi. Again, I do not approve of this. Let me see if it's going to be paid for in blood. Ironclad's looking for map making. Does Obi have it already? That's a quick map making, if so. Swordsman upgrade apparently successful for Obi. How many did he get? Just the 2 of them, but that's fine since Ironclad, of course, got the 4 berserks. And a 4 berserk landing is incredibly powerful. His only issue is that he can't really get it to an enemy without being seen, but maybe he figures a way out. Olante Tambo is a very good target, potentially, because the opponent barely has a way of setting sentries for it. I would go as far as to say that it's impossible to get sufficient sentries for them. So that could be great. That could be great stuff there. It's looking like he might be chopping some boats or a harbor even. Maybe he's looking to upgrade some, but no, I don't think he made a Kura. Has he? Oh, he's got one. Maybe he's doing a harbor. Could be. And is Suede gonna move in? There he goes. Yep, I think he's just gonna try and take that hill. No, instead takes the easy way in. And I wonder how Obi's gonna defend that road. He made a jag now, so I assume he's looking to also get his GA soon in order to better keep up with Suede's production. Suede with the Kura out is something I approve of heavily. You gotta make sure the Vikings don't boat you. You know that Ironclad hooked early iron. And look at this, same thing for Archiever. These guys in the same turn, sending their Kuras out. I like that a lot. It's a great idea. And look at this. Look at this one, folks. We have the first boat underway. I'm not sure why it's sailing backwards, but that's all good with me. Looks like he's actually looking for Suede down south, and we'll see how good Obi can keep up here. Suede's plan is clearly to keep him on the defensive end with the archers here, and then go in with horses once he's got a critical mass. We'll see that. I agree, Cheese. I'm confused about that Copenhagen plan. I'm not sure that was the best idea. Scandinavia declaring war on the Mayans? Alright. I guess he just took GA here. But why that way around? Why didn't Mayans hit into Vikings? Oh, of course, because it's low on defense. Well, that's confusing. Which unit did he kill with that? Oh, there must have been a warrior on that tile. I'm just stupid. The warrior was I didn't hit into the city, obviously. Alright. GA for Ironclad, that's the important stuff. And look at this. What a beautiful guy here. A peasant, a 2-move worker for the Japanese that can very quickly do stuff. Oh, right. He's got 4 moves. I got scared here a little bit, but no, he gets back in time with his 4-move longship. He's gonna try and wrap around for Suede, I'm sure. Gold might not be the issue there for Obi. I'm curious how Suede's gonna go about this. He's going for the road end of turn, which is a good play, but wow! What happened there? How many units did Obi have on there? 2 or 3 maybe? Wow, that's incredible rolls for Obi there. He is super happy with that. Of course, Suede still got his chariots in the making, but look at this. Wow. I can't believe the stack got yeah, 2 units on that flat land. That's just ridiculous. I can't believe I just saw this. And that's a yeah, a medium-sized investment just gone for Suede. I'm not gonna say that this is the end of the world for him, because he made those archers anyways to be fine on defense. He can just well spend them on offense as long as he's safe at home. So there's that. But you gotta make sure not to get ganked by anyone. This is also interesting. Ironclad's gonna take the long way around, apparently not too concerned with getting to the enemy as quickly as possible. Instead wants to make sure to get there as safe as possible without being seen. Wonder how many horses Suede's got. Luckily, there's an answer for that. He's got 2 ships, Ironclad has. I wonder where the other one is. Must still be at home. But yeah, let's see. Oh, there's our answer. Looks like he's got 12 of them. 11, alright. Good enough guess by me. Wade saying he's looking to all in with that. I wonder if that's the best strategy, because his idea was to soften Obi up with his stack, then swoop in with the horses for the kill. Instead, he got a little bit shafted there with his original stack, and he now still wants to make that kill happen. I wonder if you should go for it so straightforward. Archer spotting that longboat from Ironclad. How is he gonna be able to defend it, if at all? He's got half as many moves. Remember that galley, that long ship, has got 4 moves since it's a seafaring civ, and that Kurach only has 2. So if he doesn't catch the longboat quickly, he might not be able to catch it anymore at all. In moves Suede again with the remaining archers, looking to pressure Tikal. Might hit as early as next turn. Ironclad's longship gets sunk here. That's a decisive attack by Archreaver. I like that move, and he gets rewarded for his boldness, sinking that ship and probably 2 berserkers within it. Of course, the other one is still out there without the opponents knowing, and this is the quickest boating I've ever seen. Yeah, oh, look at that. Looks like Suede's archer stack also managed to swoop in there and clear out a berserk there. So Ironclad lost a big part of his investment already, I'd assume. He's chopping for Trondheim still, so he can get boats out rather quickly. Each chop is a boat, pretty much, if he wants that, but... And you're right, those 8 move chains that you can make with longboats are lethal. Not sure they'll be necessary here, but they are pretty tough. And let's see if Suede goes end of this turn. I think he might be doing that, because no reason not to really. There he goes. First horseman goes in, sends the stack afterwards. Is he gonna go for cap? And how is Obi gonna react? There he goes, moves in, just goes straight for Palanquin. I think he's gotten it. That was a quick move, and Obi unable to defend in time. Suede gets the kill on Palanque. Very quick attack there, and Obi apparently didn't see it coming. I wonder what exactly was going on there. And this is pretty much a game over there, since these forces are probably enough to roll straight on over and clear out Ironclad as well, if I had to guess. Although maybe 10 horses isn't enough for that. But still, a quick move on to Obi, who wasn't able to take a lot of them with him, and instead gets cleaned up and taken out over here at Palanque. Game freezes sadly as a result of this, but nicely done there by them, by Suede most importantly. He formulated a very decisive plan and executed it without hesitation. And I think that's the biggest well, factor that led to their victory. All right, geez, pretty nice move there from Suede. Not to be shamed. Oh, we did his best. It's pretty late already. I wouldn't have been able to reinforce that in time, I don't think, so I respect it. Definitely no shame in this. Alright, it looks like we're going for a new one. I gotta just real quick get the next map on over. HardradaMPT it is. Looks like I got everything set up properly here. Uh-huh. Yep, this looks all fine to me. Mm. Poor Orbs, he really wanted to play with us there. Well, I see, trying to win me over for his lobby. Alright. Alright, we'll see if we get these guys to come back into our lobby. We'll see, we'll see. Obi here for one more, I appreciate that. It's already pretty late for him. Uh, wow, even she's trying to steal my players. My lone and loyal viewer of the show match, stealing my players from my lobby. Wow. Wow. Oh, what? Oh, I didn't see. I didn't see. I didn't see. Oh yeah, yeah. I was hosting a new one because it sounded like they wanted to do. They only said new, so I thought they wanted to do a new map. But I mean, it's fine if they want to do future, they can do future. I'm just saying, if we have the players, I'd be glad to do another one here. But you know, we could also do 3v3. We could do 1v1. We could do 2v2. If I get any players, I'm open to doing this. Green man in here. All right, now we got content. You just joined. Yeah, yeah, but you were you were persuading Obi to abandon my lobby for yours. But it's fine. If the other two guys dip, then Obi can dip as well, of course. Oh. All right. All right. Looks like I'm gonna call it here because I'm starting to get tired. All right. All right. Looks like that's it for the show match today. It was a decent one. We'll get more tomorrow or some other day, but it was a good one, a nice lobby, definitely. Thanks for joining, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream, the WOD, or wherever you're seeing this. Until then, take care.